Cookies were introduced to the web in order to support persistent connections, and also to support the ability to maintain user preferences across sessions. A cookie is a small piece of text stored in an SQLite file on a user's computer by the browser. Let's have a look at where Chrome stores its cookies on a Windows system. Digging a little ways down into the user directory, we can see the file cookies. Let's have a look at that with an SQLite client. If you don't have an SQLite client loaded, you can get the DB browser for SQLite from the URL shown. This is a simple download and Windows install. I'll use this to navigate to the cookie file and open it. We have just 2 tables and 4 indexes. I can expand the cookie table and we see the information held: a host key, a name, a value, an encrypted value, an expiry date, and some flags. I'll switch to display data and we can see our cookies listed, and there's a lot of them. Common uses for cookies are authentication, storing of site preferences, shopping cart items, and server session identification. Each time the browser interacts with the web server, it passes cookie information for that domain, the host key, to the web server. Sometimes a session ID cookie will be set, often called session, session ID, or starting with ses. And this is a single value which tells the server the session that the user is engaged in. This means instead of passing all the session data from the user to the server every message, it can be stored server-side. This, however, is the capability exploited in a session hijack. Here we can see a PHP routine which sets a cookie. It initializes the session and generates a random session ID which it stores. It stores additional fields in the session array for user and password, and then writes the session file to the server and the cookie to the browser. Here we have PHP code to recover the session. All the browser needs to do is to pass the session ID in the cookie, called web testing course.